next in for repairs, I've got this FS240C. Condition of it's unknown, but if I turn the head on it, it's binding up quite well, so we'll probably separate the engine from the shaft, have a look at the clutch, make sure the clutch is not seized, make sure the spring's good in the clutch, and then we'll delve into the engine, put some fuel in it, see if she'll start up, and clean the filters out on it, and yeah, we'll go from there. Let's get this top cover off. Straight off the bat, she's missing a air filter. I'll have to order one of those. We'll separate the clutch and have a look, see what condition that's in. Everything else looks alright. It's a similar layout to the FS410s I work on. Similar engine. Obviously it's going to be a different size piston, different displacement there. And the AV unit's different on these. See if we can get this clip off so we can separate it. See if we can get this clip out of it. There she goes. There's got two fasteners and this cover comes off, and then there's a clamp for the shaft. So she should come apart now. There she goes. Again, this clutch part, this plastic piece with the cables have got to come off, the casing for the choker's got to come off, this bottom cover's got to come off, and then there's 4 screws for the whole housing. Getting a lot of these, well, this style engine, 410s, getting cracks on the tank here, on the base. This one seems alright, but the a lot of the 410s getting a crack here. This is a different size thingy, so it's a T20 for this screw. them out, we should be able to get this cable out of the way. This top plastic piece comes off then. Definitely needs a clean up. Years and years of gunk on there. Hoping it's just seized up. If not, I'll have to order some springs. See if we can pry this apart. Clutch is definitely binding. Still feel it on that drum there. There's the drum. Doesn't look too bad. There's no play in the bearings. As you can see on the clutch here, it's slightly stuck out. So usually you can seize up here, all the springs have a go. So get this stripped down and see what the problem is. So these fasteners are 10mm. So the springs seem intact and seem good. So I reckon it's just seized up on these two bushes here. Get them cleaned off. Put a bit of copper grease on them, and I think we'll be good. Our move's not too bad. Two shaped washers here set the preload, and they are seized and solid. See if we just can knock these out and then get them cleaned up. I'll give this one a tap from the back and it actually came through. So one out. That's the second. So these are supposed to move on these quite freely. You can feel they're quite rusted up. We'll get them cleaned up with a bit of sandpaper. a lot better. Still binding up. Do a bit more with the sandpaper and then you should be good. And get a bit of copper grease on these bushes. They seem a lot better. I like that rough stuff. Start rebuilding this. Bit of copper grease on there. We'll, get some inside the clutch pieces as well. Try which direction this turns, so it's counterclockwise, and the clutch has got a little arrow on there, so it needs to go that way. Get them springs back in place. Get your in frame there, and so these should move freely now. So you've got a flat screwdriver in here. That one's good. That one's good. So I can get this clutch housing back on. So give this a quick clean off, blow off with the airline, and get that back on and get probably get some fuel in it and see if we can start it. Give it a quick blow off. Now we'll start assembling. Throttle cable and cut off switch back on. these electrical cables back in place for the shut off. Let's get the base back on, get some fuel in it, and we'll give it a pull and see if she fires. Tank doesn't look too bad inside. There's not much in there really. No dirt. That's the first problem. The bubble here has got a hole in it. You can just see the fuel just squirting out of it there. It needs a new one of those, new bubble, primer bubble. So to pull. Choke on. Well, she runs well. It's probably why this top piece is so wet with two-stroke. The fuel, the gas has evaporated, leaving the oil behind. So get one of those bubbles ordered, and then so this is the FS240 we were fixing. Basically, the primer bubbles popped. So got the replacement, so let's get this fitted. It's just 4 screws in this top plate to hold this down. And just push it straight out. Try to get close up with this. It's perish all the way around. It squirts out quite bad when you prime it, so this a quick clean. You bubble in. Give it a try. Well, it would have had gas in it. Let's retry it now. Perfect. So the only thing left to do now is get the shaft back on, get top cover back on, and then I want to jet wash it at some point. Definitely needs a quick clean off. The strimmers do tend to get quite dirty, so let's get the shaft on. Try to get it somewhat lined up. So it's just that one screw for the clamp that holds the shaft in. Definitely mucky, innit? We've got two screws that hold this cover on. And then one at the bottom here. And there's this retaining clip here for the trunking for the throttle cable. Clips back in there. There's like 2 locating dowels at the front here, either side of this. Have to go locate, and then the pull cord bolts through this side, and there's 2 retainers either side of that. Then 2 screws through the pull cord. The air cleaner in. All that's left to do is put the handle back on. It's basically just 1 bolt here that bolts through the handlebars here. Like so. Make sure you get them the right way around. Trigger to the front and safety to the back. Choke on. So that's another bit of kit for a customer repaired. I've got a few more items of the same guy to repair: a backpack blower, a set of long handle edge cutters, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be happy with them now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.